येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। आददानस्तुणं दन्तरिदं याचे पुनः पुनः श्रीमद्रूपपदाम्बुज धूलिस्यां जन्म जन्मनि अनर्पितचरिं चिरात् करुणयावतीर्णा कलौ समर्पयितुमुन्नतो जुलरसां सभक्तिश्रियम्। हरिपुरटसुन्दरद्युति कदम्ब सन्निपिता सदा हृदयकन्दरे स्फुरतु भाष्यचिनन्दना संसारदुःखदौ परितस्य कामा क्रोधानिन कर्मकरे कवलीकृतस्य दुर्वासना निगडितस्य निराश्रयस्य चैतन्यचन्द्रमवनेहि पदावलम्बम्। चैतन्यचन्द्रमवरुत्कुमुदं विकास्य हृद्यं विदेहि चिन्तनभृङ्गरङ्गै किञ्चापराधतिमिदं तिमिरं पादामृतं सदय पाय दुर्गतम्। First of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmade Guru Pad Padma Nitila Prashtajet Guru Shishimad Bhakti-Vidanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Then offer obeisances to lotus feet of Trendi Swami Shishimad Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi Maharaj Ji, Namnishta Santa Shri Aniruddhas Prabhu Ji, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas who are gathered here, please accept my humble obeisances. So, what is the page number? I think I'm on 124. So, in his Anubhashya, commentary on these verses from Sri Caitanya Caritamrta, Jagat Guru Srila Bhakti-Vidanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada writes, at a time of initiation, the devotee, having relinquished his material misconceptions and experiences, becomes equipped with transcendental knowledge of his relationship with Bhagavan. So basically, the Guru is a Sambandha Gyan Pradata. Shri Gurudev gives us the knowledge of our relationship with Bhagavan. That's why Diksha Guru is so important, because he gives us a relationship, very thick relationship with Krishna. That's why Diksha Guru is called Sambandha Gyan Pradata. He is the representative of Sri Madan Mohan deity. Madan Mohan deity is Sambandha Gyan. And Govinda Dev is actually Abhideya, the process by which we get success. And Sri Radha Gopinath is the Prayojan Tattva. Understand? But first we have to know our relationship. What is a relationship? I give an example. Suppose, God forbid, but if your mother is sick, what will you do? Admit her to a good hospital, give you good treatment, buy nice fruit, medicines, take care of everything. But if someone else's mother is sick, you may not take as much care. You may express your sympathy, but not really take care of that woman, because you don't have a relationship with that woman, but you regard this woman as your mother because you took birth from her womb and she raised you, nurtured you. So you have a relationship with your mother, so you are very, very much nicely taking care of your mother. Understand? So that's how we should try to have a relationship with Krishna. Once Guru establishes that relationship, then love and affection can begin. First, just like a boy and girl, they don't know each other. But once they get married, the girl becomes more than life for the boy. Even his mother will not serve him as much as this new girl in his life will serve. Because he regards her as his wife and she regards her as a husband. So in this material world also, the material relationships also one can become so close to someone we didn't even know yesterday. What to speak of the spiritual relationships? Understand? So Guru is the Sambandha Gyan Pradata, relationship. Everything is in relationship in the spiritual world. So upon obtaining the divine knowledge, he gains the qualification to serve Sri Krishna with his transcendental body. You cannot serve Krishna by your physical body. You have to serve Krishna by your transcendental body. But obviously, we have to use also this physical body in service of Krishna. But when Guru gives initiation, actually this body is transcendentalized. When you put Tulsi Mala, when you hear the mantra, your physical body will become transcendentalized. That is called Tadatmya. What is the meaning of Tadatmya? Tadatmya means you take iron. If you take iron, you heat it up in the fire, it it will no more be iron, it will be fire. Once it is red hot, you cannot call it iron, steel or anything, it is fire. So like that, you become completely spiritualized. When you take Diksha, when you chant the mantras, Gayatri mantras, you become spiritualized. So once the devotee is released from the shelter of Bhagwan's material energy, Maya, and the misconception that he and that energy are separate from Krishna. So the devotee is released from the shelter of Maya. What is Maya? Generally, ISKCON terminology, some Mataji is called Maya. Matajis are Maya. Understand? That is not the thing. Mataji is not Maya. Your heart has Maya. You are superimposing that Maya on some Mataji. Understand? You have lust in your heart, and now you are superimposing that lust on some other woman and blaming her for your downfall. No. If you maintain a proper mentality to every woman, that my daughter, my sister, my mother, my grandmother, like this, then as per the age, then you will never have problem. Understand? You cannot blame a woman for your call them Maya. Understand? Women are not Maya. Your misconception, your ignorance is Maya. Understand? If you regard every woman as a maid servant of Krishna, as a property of Krishna, why there is Maya? Understand? They are not meant for your enjoyment. Women are not meant for your enjoyment. They are meant for Krishna's enjoyment. So that is Maya. Pratishtha also. Money also is Maya. They say money is not Maya. But you are thinking that although I have taken initiation from Shri Gurudev or Shri Padandi Maharaj, all the money that I see is mine. This is misconception. Once you take initiation, all money goes to Guru. It belongs to Guru. But Guru will not use that money for himself. He will not take Dakshina and go to the Dakshin Marga. Dakshin is the south, is the direction where Yamaraj sits. So you should never sit facing south. Understand? Or your head, you should not face south actually. Understand? You should. It is very important. When you sleep, also your feet should not be towards south. Otherwise, you will die very quickly. Understand? So by taking Dakshina, we will go to the mark of Dakshin to Yamaraj. That is not the thing. So Guru never claims proprietorship over the disciples' property, his donations, no. He utilizes all the donations for service of Krishna. So Guru is also not the Vishya Vigraha. Guru is not the supreme enjoyer. Ultimately, Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. But Guru is also Ashraya Vigraha. He is also the shelter of bhakti. He is also receptacle of bhakti. He is also like Radharani to some degree. Guru Radharani is also receptacle of love. Once the devotee is released from the shelter of Bhagavan's material energy, Maya, and the misconception that he and that energy are separate from Krishna. So basically, we are seeing not in connection with Krishna. That is our problem. We are seeing Maya also as separate from Krishna. But no, Maya is also Krishna's energy. Daivi eshi gunamai, mama maya duratya, mamevaya prapadyante, maya metam tarantite. Understand? That this Maya is also Daivi. It is powerful. So, Shri Krishna makes him his own. The devotee then abandons his false conception of being the enjoyer in the realm of mundane sense gratification. So basically, the whole world is trying to enjoy. Understand? Men are running after women are running after men, people are running after money, and people are running after big houses, mansions, um, gold, electronic gadgets. But they are thinking they're not in relationship with Krishna. Okay, you want to buy a house, to make a temple for Krishna, it's okay. You want to get married so that you can get Krishna conscious children and serve Krishna, that's also fine. But not that I will enjoy. With that mentality, one should not engage in Grihastha ashram or any ashram, sannyas ashram or anything. Our mentality should be that I want to do some service. Understand? I want to do seva. And for that, I am entering household life. Now, who can be a better Grihastha than Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Bhaktivinoda Thakur was an ideal Grihastha. He was not sannyasi. Later on, he took the Babaji Vesh, but he was Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a householder, and he married. I think he had two wives, many children also are there. But he educated Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada so nice in Krishna consciousness. But he had another son. That son is to regard him as Kedarnath Datta. My father is Kedarnath Datta, Mr. Kedarnath Datta. He is a Bengali gentleman, he is a judge, magistrate. But Bimla, that is his name was Lalita Prasad. One son of Bhaktivinoda Thakur by the name Lalita Prasad used to regard Bhaktivinoda Thakur as his father. He used to respect Bhaktivinoda Thakur, but as his father. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, Bimla Prasad, he never regarded Bhaktivinoda Thakur as his father. He never said. He refused to accept him as father. No, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is not my father. He is Radharani's maid servant. Understand? He may be playing the role of my father, a householder, but he is actually not a father and not a householder. He is not a judge. He is actually the maid servant of Radharani. He is actually Kamala Manjari. Understand? With that relationship, he didn't love Bhaktivinoda Thakur because he was his father. No. He loved Bhaktivinoda Thakur because he could see his Manjari Swarup. That my father is actually eternal maid servant of Radharani. Understand? So that's why there is a heaven and earth difference between the outlook of Lalita Prasadji and Vimla Prasadji. Lalita Prasad is also loving Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bimla Prasad is also loving Bhaktivinoda Thakur. But Lalita Prasad is loving because he is thinking that he is my father. And Bimla Prasad is loving because he is Radharani's Rup Manjari's associate. Understand? Mahaprabhu's associate. She is Gaura Shakti. Understand? So once the devotee is released from the shelter of Bhagwan's material energy Maya and the misconception that he and the energy are separate from Krishna, Sri Krishna makes him his own. The devotee then abandons his false conception of being the enjoyer in the realm of mundane sense gratification. And with the senses of his soul, he gains realization of his eternal position as a servant of Krishna. So we should not think we are the enjoyer. Bhagavad Gita says the same thing. Now we have begun the Bhagavad Gita class. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. I am the enjoyer. Krishna is telling, put me in the center. Don't put yourself in the center. What we have done is we have put ourselves in the center. This is my wife, my children, my mother, my father, my house, my job, my. Unless this sense of my goes, how can we advance in bhakti? Understand? My position. I constructed this temple, so this is my temple. I give the prominent share in making the temple. Understand? First, don't offer, Krishna flower, fruit, or leaf or water. Don't offer it. Krishna may say in Bhagavad Gita, give me fruit, give me mango. No. That is okay, but don't follow what Krishna is telling. Understand? First, follow what Prahlad Maharaj is telling. That Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Parasivanam, Arjanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Adhanam. Don't do this till you have offered your own self to Guru's lotus feet. Diksha kale Shishya kore Atma Samarpan. Sai kale Krishna Tarek kore Atma Samarpan. Understand? First, say Swaha. I am offering myself to Gurudev, to Radha Krishna. Swaha. Complete self-dedication should be there. Then you can offer mango, then Krishna will accept it. But if you are not dedicated yourself to Krishna, you are not surrendered to Krishna, then Krishna may not accept your mango 100%, maybe 10%, 20% he may accept. But unless you are fully surrendered, he cannot accept completely. Understand? There will always be some shortcoming. So here, Shri Krishna makes him his own. The misconception that he and his energy are separate from Krishna, Shri Krishna makes him his own. The devotee then abandons his false conception of being the enjoyer in the realm of mundane sense gratification. And so mundane sense gratification is what is mundane sense gratification? Mundane sense gratification means by eyes, you see a nice picture, television. By ears, you hear film songs. And these film songs also very catchy tunes. In my childhood, I remember so many film songs I remembered by heart. Understand? Catchy tunes. And so many hours and hours I wasted my life singing the film songs. Understand? From Hindi movies, Bollywood movies. Understand? That time we didn't know that this is waste of time. But some time pass singing some songs. About a fake love, false love between a boy and a girl. Glorifying that. Is there any true love between a boy and a girl? And suppose your uh, fiance's face is, somehow, God forbid, but is, spoiled by some accident or something. Will you marry her after that? Most of them will never not think, oh, no, 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 now I don't want that girl. When she was beautiful, pretty, yes, I was willing to marry. But due to some fluke or by some accident, now she has some scar on the face, or maybe she's not looking so beautiful. Oh, then I don't want to marry. So this is beauty is skin deep. You are not loving that woman, you are loving her skin, her flesh. Understand? So that's why there is no pure love in this world. Even in marriage institution also, not so much pure love. So the devotee then abandons his false conception of being the enjoyer in the realm of mundane sense gratification, and with the senses of his soul, he, he gains realization of his eternal position as a servant of Krishna. So we should realize this, that I am the eternal servant of Krishna. We have an eternal position. We may apply for a job. I want a job as a software engineer, mechanical engineer, electronics engineer, instrumentation engineer, aeronautical engineer, biotechnology engineer, cryogenic engineer. So many engineers we can become. But that is not our eternal position. We can be cabinet secretary, general secretary, prime minister, president, vice president. No, that is also not our identity. You are not heart surgeon, eye surgeon, ear surgeon, nose surgeon. No. Your identity is servant of Krishna. So in his spiritual body of eternality, cognizance and bliss, the devotee has realization of the eternal object of service. Shri Krishna Chandra, and attains the qualification to engage in service to him with his spiritual body. But even while the devotee internally renders transcendental service in his transcendental body, fruitive workers, karmis, due to their faulty mundane intelligence, presume the devotee's activities to be much like their own attempt to attain material enjoyment. So basically, devotee is cutting vegetables, he is cutting fruit, he is making fruit juice, he is condensing the milk by heating it up. But what is his consciousness? That these foodstuffs will be fed to Lord Krishna by the lotus hands of Yashoda Maya or Radharani. After that, Radharani will accept the remnants of Krishna. Then she will distribute among the Sakhis. Then through Rup Manjari, my Guru Manjari, I will get this Kamala Manjari. Through them, all of them, I will get these Mahaprasad remnants. I will honor that and be satisfied. Because it is a Dharamrut of my Swamini Radharani and also all the Sakhis and also my Guru Varga. With that mentality, devotee will cook and honor Prasad. But karmis are cooking with the mentality that they want to satisfy their senses. Karmis are so ruthless that even on Ekadashi day, they don't hesitate to take food. Ah. So, but even while the devotee internally renders transcendental service in his transcendental body, fruity workers, karmis, due to their faulty mundane intelligence, presume the devotee's activities to be much like their own attempt to attain material enjoyment. As a result of such an offense, they are deprived of the mercy of a transcendental spiritual master. In this regard, Srila Sanatana Goswami's commentaries on verses 1.3.35 and 2.3.45 of Brihad Bhagavatamritam offer helpful insight. So, Brihad Bhagavatamritam is the book of Sambandha Gyan. Sanatana Goswami gave us Sambandha Gyan through this book, Brihad Bhagavatamritam. Brihad Bhagavatamritam also another big book actually, very good for giving classes, but we already have 4 classes going on. Understand? And basically, the whole point is that actually, Machitta Madgata Prana Bodhayantis Parasparam Kathayantis Shamam Nitya Tushanti Cha Ramanti Cha. Because if no Harikatha is there, then we spend all time in gossiping, criticizing, backstabbing, pinching, understand? Or we commit offense to own Gurudev or Vaishnavas, understand? Criticizing mentally others. But when Harikatha is being spoken and heard, at least the mind, it goes away from that gossiping and, for some time. So not only you, but I also benefit. Otherwise, who's going to study Madhurya Kadambini so diligently, word by word? Understand? Because you are hearing, I am speaking. Understand? And I have to study. I have to read. Try to understand the moods of Gurudev. Recollect what Gurudev said on this topic. And quote something from his Harikatha. Not that I am doing it, out of falsity. Understand? So that is very important. So as a result of such an offense, they are deprived of the mercy of Hare Krishna. A transcendental spiritual master. In this regard, Srila Sanatana Goswami's commentaries on verses 1.3.35 and 2.3.45 of Brihad Bhagavatamritam offer helpful insight. Meanwhile, the first 2 leaves on the creeper of devotion emerge. Understand? So this is the creeper actually. Creeper of devotion. Understand? Wonderful creepers. You see, creepers also, Gurudev was telling that shelter. Understand? There is love and affection everywhere. Not just male and female body. Also, there is love and affection between the creeper and the tree. Gurudev was telling us this. Creeper is also showing love to the tree. Understand? Taking shelter, entwining around a tree, and showing love and affection. That tendency is there even in the plant kingdom, not just human. Understand? So this creeper of devotion. This creeper, actually, ultimately speaking, it is supported by this ultimate Tamal tree, Krishna only, right? Because how the creeper will be supported otherwise? Creeper cannot climb on own. Like in Tirupati, we go Sankirtan house to house, and we see that very tall creepers, actually, wonderful flowers. Sometimes 3rd story, 4th story, the creepers are climbing. They're climbing with the help of ropes and some, you understand, and some amazing, actually. It's amazing. And so this creeper of bhakti, understand. So the seed of the wish-fulfilling vine of devotion. Now here, the vine of devotion is called wish-fulfilling. And this is Kalpalata, Kalpalatika. There is one book actually called Hari Bhakti Kalpalatika. Very wonderful songs and shlokas are there actually. So this Hari Bhakti Kalpalatika, Latika or Lata, understand? Which is the desire aroused by the mercy of exalted devotees to perform bhajan of Sri Krishna. Now this is again, I am chanting name, okay, but wait a minute, you also need the mercy of exalted devotees, understand? Many people chant so much Harinam, but they don't understand that Atah Shri Krishna Namadina Bhavet Grahya Mindriye Sevan Mukhe Jivvado Swayameva Swaratyada. That the name, form, qualities and pastimes of Krishna cannot be understood unless you render some service to Vaishnavas. Then your name will be Shuddha Nam. It will be pure Nam. Understand? It may be very small service. It doesn't have to be very long, but some make it a point that you render service to pure devotees. It may be they have come, you bring their luggage, you bring them a glass of water, sweep their room outside. That service has in unlimited benefit will come. Unlimited. You cannot countless benefit will come if you do that service. Then your naam will be so much Shuddha naam. If the Vaishnavas are pleased with you, because here it is very, very clearly told, this desire to serve Krishna will arouse by the mercy of exalted devotees. Not just devotees, but exalted devotees. Obviously, we respect all the Vaishnavas, but in that also there should be gradation. We should see what level their devotees are there. And we should serve them as per their adhika. Understand? So, we should serve all the devotees, but as per their adhika. Is planted in the field of the sadhaka's heart by the grace of Sri Guru and Sri Krishna. That seed, when watered by the process of Shravan and Kirtan, quickly sprouts. So this seed, when we watered by the process of Shravan and Kirtan, it will quickly sprout. Thereafter, the first two leaves appear. So the process of Shravan and Kirtan is so important. Remember, I first time we joined ISKCON, hours and hours I used to listen to different speakers speaking about Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a very important scripture, and ISKCON, it was stressed very much. So some devotee would come, some Maharaj would come, I will sit and hear. Anyone would come, I will not miss the class. For many, many years, just heard Bhagavad Gita. It had an effect. It had an effect. Understand? But then when I heard from Gurudev, the effect was even more, because there was the source was pure, original, and also from the realm of Radha Krishna. Understand? Mahaprabhu's own voice was speaking when Gurudev was speaking. Or even when Sripad Dandi Maharaj speaks, it's like the Lord himself is speaking. Understand? Through him. He is the via medium. Dandi Maharaj is not speaking. It is Krishna, Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami speaking through Dandi Maharaj, Vishnu Thakur. But he is a pure via medium. Understand? Because he has no ulterior motive when he speaks. And that's why he becomes a perfect conduit for delivering that message. He is not adulterating that message. Or when Gurudev was speaking, or Srila Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Maharaj was speaking, or Sripad Dandi Maharaj was speaking, they are actually not any ulterior motive is not there. They are speaking with the mercy aspect. That jivas, they are wandering here and there. Let me uplift them with that mentality to do everything. Understand? So that is what is the Guru Tattva is that. Vaishnava, Guru Tattva, so merciful, his personality. Like Sripad Dandi Maharaj. Understand? So many times, even in Tirupati, I think, am I away from Dandi Maharaj? But other day I read a verse that how the turtles, Guru Tattva, you should understand very carefully. A turtle will lay the eggs on the shore, and the turtle will venture far into the ocean. But turtle will always meditate on the eggs. And by meditation of the turtle, the eggs will hatch. This example is given in the scriptures. So don't be disillusioned if you are in South Africa or China or remote part of Singapore or someplace or middle of nowhere, and you have taken initiation and say, where is my Guru now? No. Guru can nurture you, nourish your bhakti, even he is very far away. Now my Guru is in Golok Vrindavan, but I feel he is next to me. He is next to me. I always feel my Gurudev's presence. He is guiding me. Otherwise, it would be impossible to chant, forget about 16 rounds. Even one holy name will not emanate from my mouth if Gurudev is not blessing me. Forget about chanting 64 rounds or anything. Not one single name will not, even to play the kartals also I will not be able to. It is the empowerment of Gurudev. Understand? Everything he is doing for us. Without his bhakti shakti, we cannot do anything. Understand? And senior God brothers also, we should take them as representative of Gurudev. Cannot say, Dandi Maharaj is not Gurudev. He is the right hand man of Gurudev. Understand? He is the arm of Gurudev. Someone may be the right hand, someone may be the left hand, someone may be, uh, you know, so like that. They're all limbs of Gurudev. Understand? I can say that they are part and parcel of Gurudev, but I would say limb of Gurudev because limb brings, we love the limb. Limb is also non-different from the body. Understand? So as a representative of Gurudev, they deserve that respect and honor. Understand? That we must respect them as like Gurudev because they are representing Gurudev. They are they are taking the responsibility of nurturing us on behalf of Gurudev, and they're carrying forward the mission of Gurudev. So, like very funny thing, actually, Srila Krishna's Babaji Maharaj, he was godbrother of Srila Bhakti Rakshak Maharaj, and sometimes he used to go to the birthplace of Srila Bhakti Rakshak Maharaj and used to circumambulate the home in which he was born in childhood. And then, when Srila Bhakti Rakshak Maharaj heard this, then he actually, asked him that you are not my, I am not your Diksha Guru. You are my god brother. My disciples circumambulate my birthplace, I can understand that. But you are my god brother circumambulating my birthplace, I cannot understand. Why you are circumambulating my birthplace? You are not my disciple. You are my god brother. Then he said that the poetry that is emanating from your mouth, like Sujanar Budaradita Pada Yugam, this has the quality of Rupa Goswami. I see your poetry as non-different from Rupa Goswami's poetry. I see Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada in you. So when I am circumambulating your birthplace, I am thinking that I am circumambulating the birthplace of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami. I see their qualities in you. So that's why your birthplace is also worshipable for me, because from such pure land you came. Understand? That was the realization of Srila Krishna's Babaji Maharaj. Understand? So we should also have that type of realization that we are in shelter of Sripad Dandi Maharaj. He is not different from our Guru. And that seed, when watered by the process of Shravan and Kirtan, quickly sprouts. And thereafter, the first two leaves appear. These two leaves are called Kleshagni, that which destroys all misery, and Shubhada, that which bestows all auspiciousness. Understand? So glaciers. People are suffering. Glaciers. And for removing the glaciers, they opened so many hospitals. Understand? Neemhans Hospital for mental problems, brain surgery, Whitefield Satyasai Super Speciality Hospital, Narayan Hrudayalaya for heart problems, Netralaya for eyes, and innumerable nephrology, means for kidney problems, liver problems, super specialist. But wait a minute, these problems are only giving some indication. All these problems are coming due to your forgetfulness of Krishna. And if you connect with some high class Vaishnava, like Gurudev, Sripad Dandi Maharaj, Anirudh Prabhuji, they will remind you of Krishna. Then that will stop you going to all these super specialty doctors, because how many departments you will traverse, how many places you will visit, how long treatment will go on. But cut all the sources of miseries at the base. Everything is coming from forgetfulness of Krishna. I have forgotten Krishna, who is my eternal well-wisher. And Sadhu is telling us that. Basically, Sadhu is reminding, hey, you have forgotten Krishna. Just go to him. Go to him. Quickly run to him. So, and Shubhada, that which bestows all auspiciousness. Understand? That bestows all auspiciousness will come. Understand? What is the source of all auspiciousness? Removing your needs. Understand? Reduce your needs. Reduce your needs. Actually, my personal experience, I'll tell you. I was trying the pillow. I got a pillow, sleeping. I put it on my head on that, and somehow it was not setting right. So maybe I thought I'll get some other pillow. Again, neck problem, spondylitis, this, that. Then I got 2 two solid bricks and I put a cloth on that and putting it underneath the head. All spondylitis is gone. Because the bricks support the head better than any pillow in the world. And I realized the power. Actually, the earth has a power. Earth is mother. Mother earth, we say. And actually, the bricks are supporting much better. And Bhagavatam exactly tells like that. That don't you have arms, you can sleep. Are not clothes discarded? Here, like I go to Tirupati, there is one say called Mercy store. Mercy store means all the people used clothes, they just kept them in Mercy store. Anyone can come and take any clothes of their size and wash them and use them. So there are so many people like that. Once I went to Rameshwaram, somehow traveling, preaching, I used to just travel on a train, and train took me to Rameshwaram all the way to the fag end of India, Tamil Nadu, fag end. And there I saw in the ocean so many dhotis. God knows after Shraddha or what, they are discarding their own clothes. So many dhotis are just discarded there. Saris are discarded. People take bath after Shraddha and they discard it. So such clothes can be used. All that you have to cover yourself, that's all. So why you have to be dressed so nicely? No need. Simple clothes is fine. And then, like Ganga Mata Goswamini, she had only one sari, and that is also tattered, and she was not worrying about that. Another Maharaj was there, actually, he was offered three sets of dhotis. He accepted, okay, three sets of dhotis I will keep. Someone offered him another set of dhoti. He said, no, if I accept fourth set of dhoti, I will be a self-enjoyer. No, I don't want. It's a headache to maintain so many clothes also. Understand? So three sets of dhoti is fine. Because one you are wearing, one you have washed and you are drying outside your room, and the third one is a backup in case it doesn't dry or your clothes are drying and rain comes and you could not get them on time. So next day you have nothing to wear. So two dresses, three dresses is just fine. Three is just fine. But anything beyond that to maintain a big wardrobe and it's actually sense enjoyment. Understand? So that was Maharaj was telling. So Shubhada means reducing your needs. Understand? Focusing on whatever little prasadam Krishna gives and chanting Harinam and doing seva by his body. And it may be any service, menial service, and that is actually all auspiciousness will come to you. People will like you. People will appreciate. Look, that person is so educated, but doing such menial seva. Oh, this devotee is such humble attitude, or even willing to clean toilets, no harm, or any menial work willing to do. Like this, understand? Humility. So service actually makes you, everyone loves you. When you are servant, there are some devotees, Srila Gurudev gives example, that they were always seen doing seva. Always doing seva. So Raga Bhakti and Vaidhi Bhakti. So here, 2C says, Dvayor api tayor antastu lobha pravartakava lakshana. The upper side of these two unfurling leaves of sadhan bhakti is characterized by the gleaming softness of devotion, impelled by greed, lobha. So these two leaves of the sadhan bhakti. What bhakti we are doing is sadhan bhakti. Our sadhan is chanting the holy name, hearing Hari Katha, remembering Krishna's pastimes, any sadhan, or circumambulating Tulsi. This is all called sadhan bhakti. There are 64 limbs of bhakti. Understand? There are 64 limbs of bhakti are there. And all these limbs of bhakti are sadhan bhakti. But is characterized by the gleaming softness of devotion. Gleaming softness of devotion. Impelled by greed, lobha. Greed is very, very important. The greed is very important. We should have greed to hear Hari Katha, to greed to do service, greed to read books, understand. All these books we should read. We should have greed. How will I read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita? How will I read Krishna's pastimes? I will hear these pastimes. Remember these pastimes. The greed should be there. And that greed will come by the mercy of Vaishnavas. Understand? If you want to be a drunkard, you associate with the drunkards. If you want to be a gambler, you associate with gamblers. But if you want the greed to hear Harikatha, then you do service to those Vaishnavas who have that greed. And by doing that service to that Vaishnavas, guaranteed that greed will enter your heart. No doubt about it. Understand? Certainly it will come to you. If you take the remnants, it will certainly that greed will come in your heart. Their association, even you stay in their proximity, the waves that are coming from there, the air that has touched their body, will all has the greed in it. Tremendous, their vision, their association, greed is there. Understand? There was actually one devotee, he was Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada disciples. And there was one time very big bhandara, means distribution of prasadam. And and that Maharaj, he waited for all his god brothers to get up after honoring prasad. Then he went and he took the remnants of all his god brothers. Then some Maharaj asked him, Bharati Maharaj asked him, Maharaj, you are not, these are all these sannyasis who took prasadam are your god brothers and some of them are junior to you. And you are taking the remnants. What is this? What we can understand? We are disciple and they are our Gurudev's god brothers. We can go and take their Mahaprasad. But you, being their god brother and even senior some of them, you are taking their remnants. Then the answer of that Maharaj was very typical. He said that they have served Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada by their body, mind, soul, self. They are fully dedicated themselves to my Guru Maharaj. And that's why I aspire their mercy. That dedication they have for Gurudev, it should come to me. That greed to serve Bhakti Siddhanta should come to me. I want their mercy. I want to be equally dedicated to Gurudev. So Maharaj also very dedicated to his Gurudev, but he honored them. Understand? His junior god brothers also remnants he began to take. No harm. With that mentality, that type of humility. That a dog who has served my Gurudev is worshipable for me. If any dog has given little seva to my Gurudev, he is also, I must respect that dog also. If he has done some seva. What to speak of any human beings? If any person we see who has served our Gurudev even little bit, we should try to respect that person. We should not criticize that person. Understand? We should try to say, yes, he has done some seva to my Gurudev. Yes. So, Shri Bhagavan has said in Srimad Bhagavatam 3.25 and 38, Yesham aham priya atma sutascha. Now this, when you say third canto, immediately it should be Kapil Upakhyan. Understand? Kapil Upakhyan to Devahuti. Generally this is Kapil Upakhyan. Kapil Dev is speaking. Yesham aham priya atma sutascha. For my devotees, I am their beloved and their very soul. So devotees love Bhagavan and his soul. And like a son, I am the object of their affection. Understand? Like a son, I am the object of their affection. So like obviously, those who are mothers, you must know very well that how much you love your son or daughter. Understand? Your love, you can tolerate hardship, but you don't want to see your daughter or son tolerating on hardship. Understand? Because that sense of possession, that mamata is there. Understand? Mothers know better actually. So that much we should have love and affection for Bhagavan. Understand? Like a son. And I am their friend. Krishna is the best friend actually. He is the best friend. He never will abandon you. He will never give you up. He will not cheat you. He will not backstab you. He will not criticize you. And Krishna has one special quality that he ignores the bad qualities of his devotees. Understand? Just like mother. If you come to go to any mother that, oh, your daughter is like this, your son is like this, mother will hear by this ear and take out of that ear. Okay. But she will not take it to the heart. Anyway, my child. She will not see the bad qualities of the child. That is the mother's nature. Mother will always see the positive aspect of the child. Even the children who have, some serious illness, their mothers love them. No other person in the world will love, but the mother will not give up that love. Understand? I have seen mothers taking care of children which are otherwise very difficult to take care. But they are with love and affection, they are taking care. This is mother's love. Understand? So Bhagavan is also like that. He is our causeless friend. Last calls also I told. He is actually our Ahituka friend. But Ahituka means no, having no cause. Or means Vishnu. Uma, Om. Means Vishnu. Means Brahma. Ma means Shiva. So Ahituki means cause of Vishnu. Means Vishnu. The syllable is actually in any language. First syllable is Understand? We learn to write Otherwise, because you see that when I also type, sometimes it's always So means Vishnu actually. Is Vishnu. So I am the divine soul. Bhagavan is a divine soul and like a son. I am the object of their affection. I am their friend. Divine master. He is a divine master. Krishna is divine master. Like Arjuna. He regarded him as disciple. Oh, you are my disciple. I am your divine master. I will give instructions. Uddhava also. He said, yes, Uddhava. You want to learn something? Yes, come to me. I will give instructions. And before leaving the world, he gave some instructions. Understand? And later on, that Uddhava propagated those instructions. He is the benefactor and worshipable Lord. According to these and similar statements from scripture, when the realm of devotion is softened by the purity of one's relationship with Krishna, bhakti should be softened by the purity of one's relationship with Krishna. In this material world, the purest relationship we know is mother and child. It is a very, very pure relationship. I mean, there is no question about it actually. Gurudev also many times used to say that yes, he said, your mother is not a devotee, don't preach to her. Because for your mother, you are just a child. Don't preach to your family members. That was the instruction of Gurudev. You just give them respect. They will not listen what you are saying because in their eyes, you are just a baby. Understand? So just respect them. But you will have to respect them because Gurudev says, my mother, my father, if they would come to Matha, I would catch their feet. How much father and mother has done for the child? Whether they are devotees or not devotees, you have to respect your mother and father. You have to respect. Because when I go on preaching in Tirupati, I see what mothers are not doing for their children. Hours and hours keeping them on the shoulder, changing the nappies, bathing them, feeding them. Literally means mothers are, I see that with rice, idli, somehow they are trying to feed the child. Bring attention and put morsel in his mouth actually. Understand? Somehow try so that my baby will be healthy. So like that. So much concern is there. So that's a pure love. But that is also maybe tinged with some selfish interest. But with love with Bhagavan is never having any selfish interest. And the purest of the relationship is like the gopis mood. That mood is ultimate. So it attains an excellence that brings it under the jurisdiction of a king named Raga. Understand? This Raga is a king of Vrindavan. If someone will ask you that uh, who is the king of Vrindavan, who is the king of the kingdom of Bhakti, then Krishna is not the king of the kingdom of Bhakti. Understand? Krishna is not the supreme ruler of the kingdom of Vaikuntha or Golok Vrindavan. But actually, it is very, very clearly told here that that king is Raga, the ardent attachment that devotee has for Krishna. And the foremost of all the devotees is Radharani. Understand? So, Raga is the king. Understand? So, our relationship should have that excellence that it will bring us under the jurisdiction of the king called Raga. Ardent attachment. whose excellent realm is represented by the leaves' smooth upper surface. So Raga Bhakti means the leaves have two sides. Upper side is soft and the lower side of the leaves is with little rough. Upper side represents Raga Bhakti and lower side represents Vaidhi Bhakti. A leaf must have both sides. So both must. So the point here is the leaf is one, but sides are two. So sadhana bhakti and Vaidhi bhakti and Raga bhakti, they are two sides of the same coin, and they can go hand in hand. So, for example, must get up for Mangalarti. That is Vaidhi bhakti. Must get up for must chant Anik. Uh, must take bath. Must take Achman. Must put tilak. Must follow Ekadashi. Must circumambulate Tulsi. These are all Vaidhi bhakti. Understand? But some element of raga is there in them. When we are singing Tulsi Parikrama Arti, Jai Radhe, Jai Krishna, Jai Vrindavan, Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohan, some raga marg is there. What raga marg is that? Bhakti te jahara pailo Govinda chara. Jai Dvija Patni, Jai Naga Kanyaga. Wives of the Brahmanas, what they were doing? They fed Krishna sumptuous foodstuffs and wanted to be like gopis. But because they were in Brahmin body, they could not. But that is Raga Bhakti. They had developed spontaneous attachment for Krishna. Wives of Kaliya had developed spontaneous attachment for Krishna. How the wives of Kaliya developed that attachment? Because they used to go to Bilvavan and they used to associate with Lakshmi and hear Harikatha from her. Without, without hearing Harikatha, Raga Bhakti will come. That is impossible. Not possible. If any bhakti will not come without hearing Harikatha, what to speak of Raga Bhakti? Even Vaidhi Bhakti will also not come without hearing Harikatha. Krishna Bhakti mool hai sadhu sangha. Association with the sadhus is actually the most important thing. Understand? And that's why Srila Gurudev used to tell that I am traveling all over the world, even in this old age, to give association. And he used to tell one time in class that, stop making garlands. I'm giving class. He said that you can make garland in some other spare time. I came 2000 miles just to give you Harikatha, and you are making garlands. Can you not make garlands some other time? Please keep that away and listen to my Harikatha. And he said you can, and don't chant also, he said. When I'm giving Katha, please don't chant. Because you are mainly doing Namaprad or Namabhas. And that will not save you. But if you hear my Harikatha, you will get some instructions how to chant Shuddha. This is very, very important. Like, for example, many devotees say, I am only chanting, but I am not doing kirtan. So Gurudev said that one person is only chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. One other person is getting up in the morning, Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Krishna Haite Chaturmukha, Hoy Krishna Sevan Mukha, Hoy Vaishnav Thakur Dayara Sagare Dase Kuruna Kori. Nitai Gunamani Ama, Nitai Gunamani. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More. Gauranga Bolite Have Pulaka Sharira Hari Nama Tuva Aneka Swarupa. Crying and singing these songs. What is better? It is far better to sing these bhajans with proper order. First Guru Tattva, then Vaishnava Tattva, then Sharanagati. Understand? Guru Parampara, Sharanagati, like this. Rupa Goswami, then Nityananda Prabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, then Radha Krishna. This is far better than japa. Why? Because your japa will be mainly Namaprad or Namabhas. But when you sing these bhajanas, you are asking for the mercy of the great acharyas, Radha Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They will be kind to you. And then you will be able to chant Shuddha Naam. Understand? So, this is very, very important, Srila Gurudev said. And I was reading this lecture on purebhakti.com because I also had a doubt that why are they sing bhajans actually in the morning? Like in Gaudiya Math, like in ISKCON, the system is you get up, you do Mangalarti, and after Mangalarti, there is 1.5 hour japa session. Everyone will chant, finish 16 rounds. This was started by Srila Bhakti-Vidanta Maharaj. But in Gaudiya Math, when I came, it was a shock. There was no set japa time for that time, but rather the bhajans would begin 6:30. Like when we used to go for Kartik Parikrama, Mangalarti would be there, Tulsi Parikrama would be there. Then after that, Tulsi Parikrama, the devotees would sing like Udilo Aruna Pura Bhagya. They would sing Jiv Jago, Pura Chanda Bhoje. Jiv Jago, wake up the sleeping soul. Because maybe some people missed Mangalarti, they're still sleeping. They're trying to wake them up, or waking up people from Maya, who's like a witch trying to devour them. And after that, some lull was there, some Annik time was there. 10 minutes Annik, and then immediately Krishnadas Prabhu would come, who unfortunately left the world. But he would come and he will begin Vandeyam Shri Guru, and then he will Guru Parampara, and then Nandana Ashtakam, Radha Krupa Kadashastavaraj. So it was a little change in Gurudev's Sangha. But I could not understand the motive behind that. But then when I read Gurudev's lecture, it became very clear that crying for the mercy of the Acharyas, Radha Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, is very more important than your Namabhas, Namabharat Japa. Gurudev was telling. But obviously, many other places, Srila Gurudev has also expressed the importance of Japa also, not downplaying the importance of Japa. But at our condition, because we are only chanting Namabharas and Namabharat, Kirtan has have a higher precedence and higher importance for us. And we should do that. Either we can sing reciprocally, one person will lead, another will sing behind. Or then there are some kirtans, they can be sung like Radha Krupa Kadasha Savraj, Nandana all together. That was also we have seen in Gurudev's time. Nandana Ashtakam was sung all together. Radha Krupa Kadasha Savraj, Damodar Ashtakam all together. Sometimes reciprocally also. Mohar, either way. It's still beneficial. So, the underside of the two leaves is referred to in statements such as Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma. Therefore, Parikshit, those who wish to be fearless forever should perform worship of Sri Hari, the Lord of all entities. The Lord of all entities. Srimad Bhagavatam. This verse suggests that because such bhakti is characterized as being impelled by the demand and dictate of the scriptures, it is somewhat rough. So basically, fearlessness. Everyone is actually scared because you see that Corona time we saw people were so scared. There was actually practically unlimited, never-ending holiday. You're not supposed to go on the train. You're not supposed to go on the bus. You could not go anywhere. You have to be stuck to your ashram or room or home. And literally, there was a panic among the people. Fear. What we saw in Corona was a real fear actually. So much fear. Fear and fear, both were there. Understand? There was a fear of fever and feverish fear, and understand. And blah, blah, blah. And talk about it. So, but here, Shukdev Goswami is telling Parikshit Maharaj in Bhagavatam 2nd canto that those who want fearlessness, they should perform worship of Sri Hari, the Lord of all entities. 2.1.5, you can note down the number, try to memorize this verse. Important verse. Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma. So this verse is an important verse actually. And this verse suggests that because such bhakti is characterized as being impelled by the demand and dictate of the scriptures, it is somewhat rough. So scriptures will guide us. By the fear of hearing the instructions of scripture, or due to some motive of getting fearlessness, if someone is doing bhakti, then that is Vaidhi bhakti. Because the greed is not there, but rather they are doing out of sense of, duty. Because such bhakti lacks a pure relationship with the Lord, like that of a beloved, a son, and so forth. Someone is chanting Harinam, but has no relationship. then that is Vaidhi Bhakti. Understand? Not having any relationship, any pure relationship with Krishna. And without relationship you are chanting, then it is more, it's called Vaidhi Bhakti. But when you are chanting with a pure relationship, then Raga Nuga Bhakti. Relationship can be that Krishna is my beloved, he is my son, like Yashoda thinks, and so forth. It is somewhat dull or inferior. Because in Vaidhi Bhakti no relationship is there, that Bhakti is dull or inferior. So Vaidhi Bhakti means no relationship. No any relationship has been formed. For this reason, the realm of devotion represented by this underside of the leaf is under the jurisdiction of a different king named Vaidha or regulation. So there are two kings. One king is Vaidha and one is Raga. So your bhakti is, you have to see under which king's jurisdiction your bhakti is going on. If your bhakti is going on in the jurisdiction of the Raga, then you are doing Raga and Nuga Bhakti. If you are doing the bhakti under the jurisdiction of the king called Vaidha or regulation, so regulation or attachment. So in terms of the capacity to dispel suffering, klesha, natva, and grant auspiciousness, shubha dattva, however, there is almost no difference between Raga Bhakti and Vaidhi Bhakti. So basically, if your aim is just to get rid of suffering, then do either one of the bhaktis, no harm. If you just want emancipation from all the distresses, lamentation, disease, old age, this problem, that problem, lack of money, and lack of resources, then you just do any bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti will also solve all your problems. And grant auspiciousness. Grant auspiciousness. Maharaj used to tell that, when he used to honor Prasadam, he used to say that we have no capability of even getting little chipped rice. But so many preparations are coming before us. This is not my credit. This is Krishna's mercy. Because we are chanting holy name, Krishna is sending this. This is his causeless mercy. That they are chanting holy name. How will they get food? So Krishna sends. He sanctions that. He will take away their diseases, problems, you know, children's worries also they are taken care. That don't have to worry. That don't have to worry. What will happen to my daughters? Like there was a Brahmin, he was worried about his daughter's marriage. But when he approached Sanatana Goswami said that he gave him touchstone, which could convert unlimited iron into gold. But that Brahman rejected that and instead accepted Harinam from Sanatana Goswami. And Sanatana Goswami explained that this is the highest jewel, this is Nama Chintamani, I am giving to you. That Brahmin never went back to Kashi to marry off his daughters. Krishna automatically arranged, and very beautiful boys came and married the daughters, and daughters are happy. Understand? And he never went even to look after the daughters. He stayed in Vrindavan, kept on chanting the holy name. His purpose was automatically accomplished because if you are thinking of Krishna, then Krishna is also thinking of you. Krishna will think, that this devotee is chanting my name. He has no time to fulfill his needs, so I must go and fulfill that person's needs. What can you do? Understand? What can you do? He says, I am indebted to that person, he is chanting my holy name. Even he is doing Vaidhi Bhakti, I am indebted to that person. Obviously, Vaidhi Bhakti will fulfill the desires, but it cannot control Krishna. It may please Krishna, but not control him. Only Raga Bhakti can control him. But also this Vatsalya Ras and Sakhya Ras also cannot control him as much as the moods of gopis can control him. So, in terms of the capacity to dispel suffering, kleshagnatva and grant auspiciousness, shubhadatva, there is almost no difference between Raga Bhakti and Vaidhi Bhakti. All auspiciousness will also come if you do both type of bhaktis. The upper sides of these two leaves of sadhana bhakti are extremely soft, smooth and beautiful. The upper sides are soft, smooth and beautiful, and the undersides are rough. Similarly, there are two types of sadhan bhakti. One is raga bhakti, which is rooted in a specific type of grid and is very soft and beautiful. And the other is Vaidhi bhakti, which is rooted in the disciplinary injunctions of the scriptures and is somewhat rough. So we have to see what type of bhakti we are going to do. But not give up Vaidhi bhakti. Do not give up Vaidhi bhakti. Many times says, oh, I am remembering Krishna's pastimes, so not coming for a Mangalarti. No, if there is an opportunity, you are in good health, try to attend Mangalarti. Like Sripad Dandi Maharaj, I have seen him, that with old age, sometimes he sits down in Mangalarti, but he sits and he sees the Mangalarti. It is not possible for him for physically stand for half an hour like young persons, 10 or 20-year-old person. No. It's okay. If your health is not good or you're sick, very sick, then sit down and see the arati. And but he is following the regulated bhakti. Ekadashi also is following. Understand? So like this. Although being Acharya, Sripad Dandi Maharaj, he is setting an example by following all the limbs of Vaidhi Bhakti to us that even on a higher stage, I don't give up Vaidhi Bhakti. For example, Ekadashi, cannot give up Ekadashi. Even if you are very elevated Vaishnava, still that limb of Vaidhi Bhakti you must do. Because it is Bhavanukul. It is not counterproductive to your mood. Understand? Viruddha you don't do. Like for you, no need to remember queens of Krishna or their pastimes in Dwarka. No need for you to meditate on that too much. Understand? Because it is not going to benefit your bhava. If you want the mood of a manjari or something, then you have to remember appropriate pastimes. Dwarka pastimes cannot help you there. But suppose someone doesn't have Sambandha Gyan, then for him it's all okay. Hearing Dwarka pastimes or Jagannath pastimes or Mahabharata or Ramayana, everything is same to you. Understand? It doesn't matter because it is all very bhakti. So, the upper sides of these two leaves of sadhan bhakti are extremely soft and smooth and beautiful. And don't think Hanuman is not doing Raganuga bhakti. He is also Raganuga Vaishnava. Understand? He is also out of greed serving Ramchandra. So Hanuman is not a Vaidhi sadhaka. He is actually Siddha and a Premi Bhakta, Raga Bhakta, Premi Bhakta. He is a very high category Hanuman. The other is Vaidhi Bhakti, which is rooted in the disciplinary injunctions of the scriptures and is somewhat rough. The purport is that sadhan bhakti has two qualities. Kleshagni, it dispels all misery, and Shubhada, it bestows all auspiciousness. Here, Srila Vishwanath Thakur, with the intention of rendering this subject very simple and readily understandable, has presented an example. So basically, pertinent examples should also be given. If you do not give proper examples, people will not understand. So therefore, the acharyas, they devise some examples. Understand? Hare Krishna. So I think it's now late. I already finished 1 hour. Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I'm very happy
Hare
that you
Krishna.
all.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Didi. Hare Krishna.
I have some question, Maharaj.
Yes.
I will. Ah, um, uh, so Sadhana Kirtan is most important, Maharaj. But Seva, Sadhana Kirtan is my own sadhana. No. So that same time, Seva is have coming for Krishna. With I will do Kirtan. Which one I will select for Maharaj?
Means you want to do seva.
No. I will do kirtan. I will do kirtan.
Hmm.
One set one times I will selected. That time
Hmm.
is I will do kirtan. That time coming for seva.
Hmm.
Which one I will selected, Maharaj?
Actually, seva always gets precedence. Because seva cannot wait. Kirtan you can do some other time also. There is a timely seva. For example, you have to clean, say, Dandi Maharaj room, or you have to iron his clothes or something, then he is some time-bound seva is there. For example, cows. Suppose some devotee is there in the ashram, he has a seva that he has to feed the cows at certain time, then or clean the goshala at certain time. Like that, our Mata Ramchandra Prabhu was there or someone. Okay, he has to clean the goshala during that particular time.
Yes,
Otherwise, the
Maharaj.
cows will be inconvenienced. So then, if he wants to do kirtan, he can do kirtan maybe 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock after
No, no,
the.
Maharaj. No, 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 Maharaj. I will do morning time. My seva time I not do. I will do the kirtan time. I say I free time. I will sit and do kirtan. That time also seva is coming. That time I have. I will continue. I keep. I will lose kirtan. I go to attend the seva, Maharaj. That's the question.
Yes, yes. And doing seva also, you can sing the kirtans. A
Okay,
time
Maharaj.
should come that you don't have to refer to the book at all. You should
Okay,
memorize most of the kirtans. It is
okay,
Gurudev once he told on Ekadashi day that why you are referring to the Giti Gucha again and again. That Shuddha Bhakta Charana Renu Bhajan. The devotees were looking at referring the book. He said, by now this kirtan should be by heart to you. So not just slokas from Gaudiya Giti Gucha or from Gaudiya Kantahar, but also the bhajan should also be memorized. Some bhajan should be memorized by you. Should be try to make some effort that children or your daughters and other children teach them bhajans also. Because these bhajanas by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they are also like Bhagavatam only or Upanishads only. Even very high class. Understand? Narottam Das Thakur bhajans or Preman Prabhu, these bhajans are not ordinary. So a time should come that suppose you some work comes to you, like cutting sabji or something, you can be singing bhajans also.
okay.
वैष्णव ठाकुर दयार सागर एदा से करुणा तोरी या पद छाया हृदय हमारे तुम्हारा शरण धरी. But actually, you are not holding the feet of Vaishnavas, you are holding the rolling pin making chapatis. But okay, no harm.
Okay,
What is
Maharaj.
the problem? The tongue is
Okay.
always free. The kirtan is such a wonderful process that kirtan can be done anytime, even while doing seva. Understand?
Okay.
So that is
Another one,
that
Maharaj.
is
Another one question, Maharaj.
yes.
I have something expert for my Krishna, so I will do kirtan and bhajans. Krishna saying everything.
Yes.
Uh, this is type of moods is good, Maharaj. Why no? Previously, you pure bhakti. You can't anything. Krishna, I need this. I need this. Is not like that. Is not pure devotion. No. So how
Actually,
to I
what is
do
happening?
sadhana avastha? Sadhana avastha. That is practice time. This is sadhana avastha, Maharaj. That time I have to. I will.
Actually, sometimes some material desires may come in the heart because of our past samskaras. Understand? But
Yes,
we
Maharaj.
should tell Krishna that uh, I have only one desire. That I have only one desire from you. I have only one wish from you. That you should take away my desire to desire. Oh Krishna, take away my desire to desire.
Okay.
Understand? This desire itself, the root cause of the desire, you take it away. That I would never
Okay.
desire anything. This is the only desire I have from you. That I don't want anything from you. Make my heart such that I will not, uh, I will not ask anything from you. Nothing I will ask from you. This is my only desire. Only I ask seva. Understand? That I want service to the divine couple. This only I want, and nothing else can satisfy me. Understand? Because you see that babies, like the example is given. Suppose in one small girl, she's away from mother. Understand? Suppose your daughter is away from you for some time. I may tell, oh, Ram Tulsi, take some sweet. For 5 minutes, she will stop crying. And then again, mother, where is my mother? After 1 hour, I will tell, okay, you read this book, these comics. Again, she'll be absorbed seeing the comics. Maybe I give mobile, she'll play some games. After 3-4 hours, she'll be unbearable crying. No, I want my mother. That's it. Now, no games, nothing will satisfy her. Understand? So basically, Swarga Loka, Jano Loka, Tapo Loka, Mahar Loka, Shiva Loka, Vaikuntha planet, these are all toys. They're given to stop baby from crying. But finally speaking, only that seva to the divine couple, to Radha Krishna, that can satisfy our innermost desire. Like Gopakumar, he was never satisfied till he reached that goal. He went to so many planets in Bhagavatamritam, you may have studied, that he traveled every planet, but every planet he was not satisfied. Even Narayan's association could not satisfy him. He was not so happy there. Even Dwarka also he could not be so happy there. What to speak of Vaikuntha planet? Even Rama's planet also, even Hanuman could not also keep him happy. Shiva's planet, Nandi could not keep him happy. Ganesh could not keep him happy. Nothing, because his Swarup was like that. Understand? His Swarupa is like that. So if your Swarupa is like that, that's why you have attraction for this movement. We are attracted to all of us, we are attracted to Gaudiya Math because our Swarup is like that. Not everyone will be attracted to this mood. Understand? The reason you are here because of this, your Swarupa is dictating that. And you cannot be satisfied by anything less. Why they say don't ask anything? Because when you ask, you will get less. Like I told a story of a doctor. There was a doctor, and one mother took her boy to the doctor. And doctor, after seeing the patient, and said, okay, I have some sweets in the jar. Please take some sweets from the jar. And that boy said, no, you give by your hand. And doctor said, why my hand? No, I don't want to take, you by your hand. So doctor finally put his hand in the jar of the sweets, and he pulled out so many sweets and put in the boy, gave to his mother, give to your child. And then she asked her, coming home, she asked the boy, why didn't you take by your own hand? Doctor told you so many times. Why you insisted that doctor by his own hands will give the sweets? Said, because my hand is very small, doctor hand is very big. If I get by doctor's hands, then so many more sweets will come. With my small fist, I would have got only 2 sweets. That's why I saw that, and that's why I said, I insisted doctor must give it to me. So if you ask anything, it will always be dwarfish. It will be puny and it will be insignificant. Because of our very little brain we have. But we ask through the prayers of Rupa Goswami, through the prayers of Bhakti-Vinata Thakur, then we can bargain better with Krishna. Well, we can ask, instead of saying our little desires, solve this problem, Krishna, that problem, Krishna, we said, Shri Radha Krishna Pada Kamale Mana Ke Manela Vive Charamasha. This prayer is millions of times higher than any other prayer we can even think in our wildest dream. So that's why singing these bhajans is very powerful. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Raganuga moods how I will develop Maharaj.
Pardon?
Maharaj, Hanuman is take the Raganuga Bhakti also. That is like Dasya Bhav. Dasya mode.
But that is also attachment.
Dasya mode. So
because
we are
when relationship is there, Raganuga Bhakti comes in picture. When you establish a relationship, Raganuga Bhakti happens. If no relationship, then Vaidhi Bhakti. Because he has a thick relationship, that Ram is the master, I am the servant. Then it can be called Raganuga Bhakti. It is not a Rupanuga Bhakti, but it is a Raganuga Bhakti. Rupanuga means following. Not every Raganuga sadhaka is not Rupanuga, but every Rupanuga is a Raganuga. Understand?
Yes.
We are followers of Rupa Goswami, they are Rupanugas, true followers, they are actually automatically Raganuga, but not every Raganuga will be Rupanuga. Understand? This is a different topic. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Thank you so much. Thank you all of you. Hare Krishna. Jai. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhishya.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Dandavad. Hare.
Sorry Maharaj, what page did we stop at?
I actually, Didi, I stopped in the middle of page number 126.
Okay.
Middle of page 126. Remind me next time. Generally, I have my PDF reader as a marker, so automatically I open up to that only. But forget then, please remind. Even in
Maharaj,
the notification for the class, you can mention the page number. So I'm not embarrassed of asking, oh, what page number?
In the group, yes.
Otherwise, 4 classes, difficult to remember exactly where
Yes.
I left off. Understand?
Understood.
Anyway,
No problem.
Harikatha is like a sugar cane. All the books are like sugar cane. Whether you sugar cane you eat from the root end or from the top end, it will all sweet. But we are following some stable, chronological order. So better to stick to that. Cannot jump like that.
Maharaj, Bhagavad is quoted once verses, no, second scandal, which number, which chapter, which slogan, Maharaj?
That one actually is talking about fearlessness. Verse number actually was there actually. 2.1.5 Didi.
2 point?
Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma. Do you remember this verse?
Tasman Bhagavad Sarva.
Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma. So this verse, I think all of you should try to memorize this. Maybe that is your homework. 2.1.5 from Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a good verse. If you can remember that, it will be nice. Let me.
I will find out, Maharaj.
2.1.5.
Tasmat Bharata
Tasmat Bharata
Sarvatma
Sarvatma
Mahatma
Bhagwan
Ishvara
Ishvaro Hari
Hari
Shrotavya
Shodhavya
Kirtitavya
Kirtiyasha
Smartavya
Smartavasya
Ichhatam.
Sechada.
This is a very, very nice verse. O descendant of King of Bharat, one who desires to be free from all miseries, must hear about, glorify, and also remember the personality of Godhead, who is the super soul, the controller, and the savior from all miseries. So this is Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Vishaka Didi, Das Manjari Didi, thank you so much. All the devotees.
Hare Krishna.
And all
Thank
devotees
you,
and
Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. All devotees,
Hare
thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Maharaj Sati Mataji sends her apologies as she's moving her stuff from home to the workplace. So she just had free time today. So she came a little bit and then she actually.
Yeah. No harm. Actually, I hate actually shifting, but I also sometimes have to shift here, there. So many times I shifted. Understand? That's why I like to be tortoise. They carry their home on their back. They live in their home in the back. Obviously, everyone has stuff and traveling, always maintaining. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. That was moving a house is a really moving experience. Hare.
Thank you, Maharaj, for coming today. And dear devotees, please don't forget tomorrow is Java Dharma with Sripad Bhakti-Vidanta Vishnu Daivata Maharaj on Zoom. So tomorrow is India Maharaj, what time?
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
5 p.m. tomorrow, India
5
time.
p.m. 5 to 6. That is Mohan Ramaswamy. That is group Mohan Ramaswamy.
Yeah, it's a Zoom class,
Zoom
Java
class.
Dharma class.
They are more comfortable
Yes.
with Zoom. Yeah. Old friend of myself and Dandi Maharaj from America. Old friend. So old. Maharaj used to stay in his house. Hare Krishna. Hare.
Hare Krishna. So thank you, dear devotees, for joining today. Thank you, Mataji, for joining. If you like to get our updates on Maharaj's classes and also Sripad Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi Maharaj, you can forward Vishnu Daivata Maharaj your number and he can give it to me and we can put you in a group where you can get the links for the classes.
But Gurudev is stacking with the Canada Mataji. You can't understand.
No, Maharaj gives classes online and English, Yeah. These are South African audience.
Okay, but I don't know Maharaj.
English classes also he gives.
Okay, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Maharaj is polyglot.
Thank you. Thank you,
Maharaj is a polyglot. Tell us, Hare.
Hare Krishna. So thank you, dear devotee. So Mataji, if you'd like to join the WhatsApp group, you can send Vishnu Daivata Maharaj your number and he'll forward it to me. And then all the classes are in English.
Okay, Mataji. What I do?
You have
What I
WhatsApp?
do? Yes, ma'am.
You
Yes,
have.
Mataji.
Okay, give me your number, Mataji. I will take it now.
Okay. I will give Mataji. 8940.